first, I know you a Ugandan who currently lives in China, and I've had the benefit of speaking to you before coming to this live conversation. So how did you get the opportunity to be in China, as many Ugandans out here are looking for all these opportunities, but they definitely do not know how to be there. So what do you have to tell that one young guy who'd love to be in China?
Okay. Well, China is probably a good place to study if you're doing engineering and business relations, and especially even international business. It would be a perfect destination. I would encourage people to apply if they have the opportunity. My way of coming to China, I think, was simplified because I had my sister already here. So she was able to link up with the university from which I am currently to send my transcripts to them, and they process them faster. But for someone who is back home, I would advise there are 2 steps to go to in case you're not as lucky as me to have someone in China. So first step would go to the embassy, in the Chinese embassy in Uganda, which is in Kololo. Or they usually advertise government scholarships in around February every year. So you go there, they usually post it on their Twitter handle. You check, open the link and submit your form. And then they'll give you a feedback in around June. That's methodology number 1. Methodology number 2 is that there are people, or what I would call study agents, who I would say, who are genuine, because there are very many fake ones, and you must have someone who is already in China, or someone who has been here, or someone who gives credible information, who can link you with someone who's genuine, who can help you and seek a placement for you here. So those are the 2 avenues, I would say, which people would use to come over here.
Well, besides the procedures and the technicalities of getting to China, so what are the available opportunities over there?
There are quite many opportunities, I would say so. Apart from studying, there's opportunity of working. That's opportunity if you're going to, I'm not saying working as joining their labor force, because there are quite very many people, and obviously priority is given to the natives. They can work in other sectors such as teaching English. You can work in other sectors such as translation. You can work in other sectors such as partnering with them, especially those firms that would want to expand in Africa. So you can become their liaison officer, or maybe their link-up man to link up with them to expand the African market. So that's an avenue where people can find opportunities there. But there are quite many opportunities if you're well versed with the language. The language should be a must for you to come here and learn, because it widens, it opens your scope, places where Africans, people on the continent can sit and create startups. So yes, in the next 10 to 20 years, we shall have something like that, not just in one African country, but in various African countries. And, another thing, going forward, the technological sector will probably increase, it will increase, because, as I said, more people are being awakened to the power that technology has. We're having a young population that's tech savvy. Technological investment has become quite a big topic on government fora. So we believe that next 20 years, not only will the politicians see its worth, even the general public will see its worth. And when you put all those forces together, then Africa is on the right track. Just a few glitches here and there in terms of infrastructure, a bit of political climate and regulation, funding. But if all those are put together and all those are patched up together, and with the right trajectory, I think next 20, 20, 30 years, we shall be somewhere. Because right now, if you're to look, there are 900 unicorns. A unicorn is a tech company that's valued at 1 billion US dollars. There are 900 in the world. 20 years ago, Africa had none. Now we have 7. So if we keep on the trajectory, we can have maybe 17 or 20. So it's possible. Next 20, 30 years, I think the continent will be on the rise. One, I think we need to first learn. We need to first learn the existing trends. I haven't seen many African players, maybe the techs, trying to engage people on new trends. Things such as mixed reality, that is the metaverse, that part of virtual reality and augmented reality. I haven't seen many African players on the continent engaging people with them. Yes, you could say it's an issue of maybe they don't have the infrastructure, but at least it should be talked about so that people get a glimpse about it, you know. So first, I think we need to first learn what's trending on the tech sector. We shouldn't be thinking about 4G LTE. We should be thinking about 6G, which is already in production. It's already being in production already. So that's where our minds should be, because the internet gives us access to all these things. We should be learning through that. We may not have it physically, but we should have a glimpse about it. So that's how we can learn. 2, we need credible government support. We need a government that, one, supports innovation, that provides facilities to companies that provides regulation that will also protect these companies once they're established in their local markets.
Okay.
And then last but not least, we need, as I said, an educational sector that provides, that is less of theoretical but practical, from grassroots level, from primary up to around tertiary. You know, people should grow up interfacing with these technologies, hands-on. They should know them. They shouldn't meet them maybe in secondary. You know, they shouldn't meet them maybe in campus. They should meet them in primary. What does this call for? This calls for more investment, both public and government, throughout the technological sector. Because there are many examples of companies, of countries that have developed because of technology. Taiwan, South Korea, as examples. So it's a proven tactic of economic development. So we already know the ways how these countries reach there. So if we can implement the same, then we shall reach there. Because basically those are the same tactics a place like China did. Because 50 years ago, China had no native tech. When they opened up in 1978, in the reforming era of Deng Xiaoping, and they started their special economic zones, that's when the Western companies such as Apple decided to enter China because of the cheap market and the labor that was there. The same characteristics that right now Africa has. So what did the government say? The government said, okay, you, Western firm Apple, you're coming to build a factory here. But when you're building a factory, make sure that 3 out of 4 of your staff are Chinese. And those Chinese are not just going to repair phones and what, they're also going to learn. So in about 10 years, those Chinese who are repairing phones are the ones who are starting firms such as Xiaomi, Oppo, Huawei. So it all comes to, we have already the characteristics that are already there for us to succeed. We just need a government policy, a revamped educational sector, and investment, and we shall be there.
Well,